How's it going, guys? What is up? What's good? How is everything going? I had to dedicate this light right here, like red, to Austin and his demon. If I could make it black, I would just make it black, but we don't really have like dark lights these days. It's pretty ironic. That's funny, right? But we just got through with episode 170 of Black Clover, the far away future, and it's time to get down to it, down to the nitty gritty, all of like what is Black Clover, what is anime. Unfortunately, this kind of almost literally feels like the end of like good anime in general. We lost all the good ones. We lost AOT. We just lost Black Clover. We just lost Jujutsu Kaisen. Good thing we still have the manga and everything. So, I guess that's a good time for me to mention. It's time to transition. Um, I want to say time to transition this channel into a lot of manga because that's what I'm about to be getting into now. But let's get back into the nitty gritty of like what is Black Clover. Like this recent episode was like, everybody's just doing this thing like Crunchyroll and everybody just saying like, thank you Black Clover. And I just gotta say thank you Black Clover. I've been watching this anime for maybe like 1-2 years. It got me through like a lot of hard times. I would be like out working and stuff like that, and I would just have this anime playing, just watching Austin and working on themselves, building each other up, like just battling against like really strong nemesis, enemies, foes, all that good stuff. And it's been a really good run. I recommended this anime to a lot of people, and everybody seems to like it. Some people that I didn't talk to about it that like I didn't recommend to, they would just mention to me like, "Hey, do you watch Black Clover?" Yeah, of course I watch Black Clover. Best anime out right now. Better than AOT. Better than Jujutsu Kaisen. Better than Boruto, Naruto, One Piece, Bleach. I know that's probably like a little bit of a stretch, a little bit, but I don't know. Like when it comes to me, like Black Clover is just the anime that I'm just waiting for. Like at every single point in time, turn. Looking forward to the next week every Tuesday. Sometimes I get up like super early in the morning, just like hoping that Black Clover is out. Just like I could have like a rough night or something like that, a rough week, rough something, and then just like Black Clover just makes me feel like 10 times better. I don't know how it is for anybody else, but I just love the energy that that has like we just learned that his mom have the same energy that he has. Okay, hopefully this fan is not too loud back here. It's like super hot in here. I got my PC on. It's been running like all day and I'm like super hot. I could have the window open or something, but I don't got time for that right now. But we just recently learned that Austin's mom is like essentially realistically like the same way that he is. And I really like how like they went through all the swordsmen that let me like really think about it, like all the swordsmen that Austin like just fought or fought with, got training from. Even Austin mentioned, I'm paraphrasing, but he mentioned like you're not just fighting against someone that doesn't have magic. You're fighting against someone that doesn't have magic, that has the experience of fighting against like endless other like mages. He's fought with trained with Yami, the dancer swordsman, and like what 2 or 3 other like swordsmen. Like one guy from the Diamond Kingdom, like, and a couple of other swordsmen that I don't exactly remember like the names and where they came from, their origin and all that stuff. But all these people like contributed to making Asta like who he is today. All of these like fights, near death experiences, even like obtaining his 5-leaf clover book with Lieb in it. And I think it's just awesome like how his mom, that was like a noble thing, how his mom had him, and she's just like I have to give you away. I have the same ability pretty much that the guy that's living with you have, but like we just suck away the magic from people. Like she was even like taking away Lucifero's magic. Like even Lucifero was like becoming not because of her. And it's unfortunate how she had to like die, right? It's unfortunate. She didn't have a son anymore. She had to give Asta away. And like, who's to say? Maybe that we'll end up getting into the origins of Asta's father. Like that would be like really good. Hopefully, once I like transition into the manga, I'm thinking about using like OBS and stuff like that to get into the manga. Maybe like you guys can like join in with me, or like maybe I'll just like go through the manga and then just kind of show clips of it or something like that. But Maybe we'll actually even learn like the origins of Asta's father, like what kind of magic he possessed, because his mom actually possesses a magic as well. And due to the fact that like she sucks away magic, people that don't have no magic, or entities or demons, angels, whatever you call it, like whatever have you, any entity that doesn't have like any magic like can't be affected from her. So the fact that like Lieb didn't have any abilities at all, it was like perfect, like a perfect match for her. And like it's a possibility that Asta could even have that ability to suck away like mana. I mean, like I know like right now like he hasn't shown to have any abilities or anything like that, but if we like really think about it and get into like Asta's like dad and stuff like that, it's like, who is Asta's dad? Asta's dad must have had something going on with him to the point where like he was able to be with Asta's mom. Like people, if you like a magic person or have mana or something like that, essentially you can't even exist around her, because like she's just gonna like suck away mana all the time, like, and cause like inconveniences for people and stuff like that. So who is Asta's dad? Like, did Asta's dad just happen randomly to not have any magic as well and manage to be able to be around her? Or like, I mean, because Asta takes after his mom a lot. He has the attributes. He has the gray hair. He has the positivity, the optimism. So he has to come directly from her. He couldn't have been adopted. Like, she couldn't have just found him somewhere and be like, I can't be around you or something like that. I have to give you away. Like, no, I really don't think that was the case. I think something happened where, maybe something happened to Asta's dad. Maybe she sucked away all his mana and he ended up dying or something like that. Maybe he was around her, he loved her so much or something like that he didn't care about her abilities or something. And then like, it got to a point where like he couldn't survive anymore. I don't know, but I really feel like that has to like have something. Like they have to get into something about like Asta's dad. Like we seen, his mom, we seen his dad, we seen a little bit more of his origins. We're just now getting into Asta's origins and his brother Lee, and like I don't think it really had to get to a point where she literally had to sacrifice herself in order to save Lee. Like in reality, like maybe she did, and like she had to use her abilities and stuff like that to like kind of pin him away or seal him away. She actually has the same ability as Nero when you think about it, because Nero can do that same ability. So Asta's mom essentially has two abilities. So did she kind of have a demon? Because like we're at this point in time, like the only people that can really like have more than one ability are people that have themselves for one, and then are possessed by a devil or a demon at the same point in time, because they will have their ability and then the ability of the demon. So like when you look at Asta, for say, Asta has no abilities. So when he obtains his demon, he finally gets the ability of that demon. He doesn't have any other abilities of his own. Will he end up obtaining an ability? Maybe. But does he currently have an ability? No, he doesn't. So he actually has to use that ability from his demon. Also, I really want to touch on the fact that Noct is like really one of these like kind of deceptive people. He's a demon for sure. He's like, he has demons and he's a devil. Like he doesn't have a demon, he has demons. Like I wonder how many demons he managed to obtain and how many abilities he have, because all those demons popping up when Noct activate his abilities. Noct seemed like one of those types that's a little bit OP, and he like devalues himself when it comes to like the abilities of like Lucifero and the rest of these other like demons that's in the Dark Triad. But I wonder if like it's like a demon and then like, I don't know, it doesn't make sense to me like how he has all these demons. It just doesn't make sense. He must have obtained like many different demons. It can't just be one. But he's really deceptive when you think about it, when it comes to like, he's like, oh, you have to fight your demon, you have to take over him, you have to make him your X, Y, and Z. And I was just like, I don't want to do that. Like he's not a bad guy. Like I want him to be my friend. He's helped me do like all of this stuff. He helped me with even simply having an ability to use. He helped me with essentially becoming a magic knight. He helped me become a mage essentially, because that without anything, like without his anti-magic, he wouldn't even be able to be a magic knight, to be honest. Also, I know like it's really a lot more that I really want to speak on when it comes to this whole Nox situation, but I have to get into how Lieb activated and took all of the swords. And like those swords did not even belong to him. Like they're essentially like stealing other people's swords. Like those swords belong to the like the Elven tribe. I don't know if all three of them did, but I know them swords belong to the Elven tribe because the way that they was able to put Yami's sword inside of that book, they can essentially like take any weapon and put it in there and use it. And a lot of those swords are kind of like how should I say those like what the first Wizard King created, where like he could create magic items. That's what it is. All those swords are like magic items. They're like swords, but they have like little like magic abilities entrapped in them, and then they can, you know, he can activate and use those. Because when Lieb took all those swords and Asta, you know, he was about to even take like Yami's sword, like Asta was like, "You're not taking this one." Like he's like, "I got this one arm right here. I can use this. Like I see the sword coming back. Boom! I'm gonna grab this. I'm gonna use this against you. I'm gonna fight you with this one sword against all these other swords." And it actually was almost a fair fight because you think about it, both of them didn't have any magic abilities. Lieb has 3 swords, and Asta has physical prowess. Like he's much more physical due to like training, all the experience and everything. Lieb didn't ever really like have to like, you know, fight really. Like he got bullied and all this stuff a lot, but Lieb never had any ability to fight with, and he never did any hardcore training or anything like that. He spent some good amount of time with like Asta's mom, like living it out and stuff like that. It would have been fortunate if, you know, Asta was able to like grow up and, you know, them two get, you know, essentially be brothers and all this other extra stuff, but fate had to play out the way it played out. So all I'm gonna say is at this point, like I'm really liking the story. I like the season finale. I think they did a pretty good job with incorporating all of the people, and Asta like using their abilities to fight Lee. Asta really like becoming friends with Lee, and Lieb acknowledging that, you know, that is his mom, he is her son, and, you know, I'm going to work with this guy so we can take down the Dark Triad. All in all, like Black Clover, really good anime. I'm probably going to get into the manga as early as tomorrow because I'm actually like really excited to see like what's next. I know the anime is like really close to the manga, so hopefully there's enough material so that I won't like, you know, just like flash or speed past it to the point it's like I'm finishing it all in one day. Because when I really start getting into something like a manga or something like that, man, I'll put on an anime OST soundtrack. I'll like go in and go to YouTube and type in Black Clover OST, play that in the background, and like read this manga, and then like, you know, maybe that's something I can put in the background on one of my next videos. Maybe I could do that. That'd probably be pretty dope. But you know, let me know what you think about like these last couple of years that we had of Black Clover. If you're satisfied with the season finale, if you didn't like the season finale, also like even leave a comment if you've gotten into the manga and like, you know, what's your first thoughts, what you think about it so far, because I definitely like reading the comments and seeing what, like, you know, all you guys think, because it's, you know, it's YouTube, it's like this whole community thing and stuff like that. We gotta like talk about this sort of thing. So I'll see you guys in the next one.